People come up with some pretty far-fetched ideas, although only a few of them actually follow through, and very often they make pretty good stories. Anne-Marie Berger heard about a man who decided to take on something really, really big, and not just because it was there. There's a lot more to it than that.
You got to be crazy to do this in the first place, but in the rain.
I mean, he loves to bike, but 225 miles.
You know, he's determined. That's the only word I know to describe it.
And it's been building for about the last 50 or 60 miles.
All these people are here to see Ben DuMont complete the task of riding 225 miles across the state of Missouri on the Katy Trail, a feat which many have done, but only a handful of people have done it the way Ben is doing it. He has set out to complete the ride in one day.
But he's been hanging in there. He's in good spirits. Now I think he's running on pure adrenaline. He hasn't eaten a meal all day.
Ben hit the trail 16 and a half hours earlier at 5 a.m. in Clinton, Missouri, outside Kansas City. This is home video Ben's dad took as he passed through Calhoun. And no, he didn't leave the lens cap on. It was dark and it was raining.
There goes Ben. Hard to see, but he's leaving Calhoun.
Unfortunately for Ben, 2.5 hours into his ride, the rain hadn't let up, and it wouldn't for the rest of the day.
Here's Ben pulling into Sedalia. It's about 7:30. Still raining.
Aren't you jealous?
Yeah. How's it going?
Pretty bad.
The trail had become so saturated, he said it was like riding on a sandy beach. And while it was tougher than any of his training rides, he wasn't going to quit because he was riding for a cure for breast cancer, a disease that stopped his young family in its tracks when his wife was diagnosed with it last year at the age of 30.
Hartsburg hasn't seen so much go on in a long time.
I'm doing it to support Bridget's Race for the Cure team and support of the Komen Foundation.
What does it say?
My face like a girl.
Bridget and Ben have 2 sons. Andrew is 2 and Jack is 4. And like most people who are diagnosed with cancer, it caught them off guard.
Oh, Mommy got it.
She has no family history of breast cancer. She found the lump during a self-breast exam.
Went to the doctor and within a week started chemo, and I did chemo for 6 months and then had a bilateral mastectomy in the fall. Ready? Set. Slam dunk! All right.
Bridget's outcome is a positive one. She will finish her last successful chemo treatment in June of this year. And while she has her whole life in front of her, watching her children grow and growing old herself, it wasn't easy, although her husband never had any doubts.
Oh, you did it.
I told you.
You did tell me. You're right.
You know, our hands were kind of tied behind our backs last year with managing her treatments and so forth. But really for us, the first week after her diagnosis was by far the toughest. Once we got over that hurdle of just the shock of the whole situation, our attitude transformed. You know, we totally did a 360, and we just decided we're going to beat this, and we're going to do everything we can to help others.
The DuMont set a goal of raising $15,000 for Bridget's Brigade, her team for the Komen race. And Ben is using his ride to create more buzz about the importance of cancer research, because his family knows firsthand that it does save lives.
My doctor said, well, your cancer's HER2 positive, and he said, you know, 3 to 5 years ago, I would have told you it's a death sentence, and he said, but now it's one of the cancers that we can treat. They have a drug called Herceptin that's for just my type of cancer. I go every 3 weeks and get that, and that did not exist. That didn't exist. I think it was in clinical trials, but it's very recent in the last 5 years that it exists. So we're so grateful for that.
The fact of the matter is she's doing so well today because people 5, 10, 15 years ago were doing the types of things that we're doing today to try and help others.
What's Daddy doing on his bike?
Going on the straight trail.
What's he going to do?
Ride.
It's about 170-something miles into this so far, and we're at near Herman here.
Go!
The DuMont family has come full circle. Just as Ben supported Bridget to the finish line of her chemo, she is now supporting him as he rides through the rain and the mud.
This is a break in McKittrick. 65 miles to go. He's still standing. And of course the rain's coming with him again.
And while most people would have quit by now, Ben has a motivation.
I'll definitely think about, what Bridget has been through, because, the pain and the challenge that I'm going to have to endure will certainly pale in comparison to what she's been through. So for me, it's not really pain, it's just going to be redemption.
As the sun went down, the crowd got heavy in St. Charles as friends and family eagerly anticipated Ben's arrival.
I'm amazed. It'll be 225 miles once he gets here.
Is there anything you want to say to him before he gets here?
I love you and thank you for doing this, and it's for a good cause, so I can't wait to see him. I'm excited.
Go, Ben, go! Go, Ben, go! Go, Ben, go! Go, Ben, go! Go, Ben, go!
Ben wouldn't be beating any records. The weather made sure of that. But his family did beat cancer. And that's what they hope to help others do.